Hi guys, so today I created this look and it's a purple smoky cat eye. I had loads of fun doing this look. I used the tape technique, which I've never really done before. I obviously like the effect. As you can tell, it's got a really nice clean line, and then I added a lot of glitter in the inner corner. So I hope you like this look, and if you want to see how to recreate it, then just continue to watch. So as I said, I started off with the tape. I put it on the back of my hand quite a few times to get rid of most of the stickiness. I've never really done this technique before because it kind of scares me having tape so close to my eye, but thought I'd give it a try because I've seen people do it and I like the effect. So yeah, just popping that from the outer corner of the eye up to the eyebrow. And then I'm going to go in with my MAC Soft Ochre paint pot to prime the eyes, ready for shadow. If you've got really oily eyelids, I like this. This is the only eye primer that I use because my eyelids are really oily. And then from the Stila palette, I'm just taking a matte white shade just to set that paint pot, just to kind of help the eyeshadows blend on top of it easier so it's not too sticky. And then taking an orange from the same palette, that's just going to go through the crease as a transition shade. I'm not going to put it really dense and kind of intense bright orange. I'm just going to put it enough so it kind of peeks out through the purples once we've applied the rest of the makeup. And as you can see on the outer corner there, I'm flicking up rather than bringing it down to the lid. I'm flicking upwards onto that tape. And then taking Peaches by MAC, a blush, and as the name suggests, this is just a peach shade. And again, just popping that through the crease, the same as the orange, just to add more dimension with two different depths of colour. And then taking Blackberry by MAC, which is a purple shade, I'm going to start popping that into the crease. Just again, more definition, and then to blend the purples into the more peachy orangey shades. And I'm taking that all the way from outer corner to inner corner, focusing mainly on the outer corner, but I am bringing it all the way in rather than stopping. And again, flicking that out on the tape as well so we get that nice cat eye. And then the next shade I'm going to use is Sketch by MAC, which is an even darker purple, and that's going to go on the outer corner of the lid and slightly into the crease again, and again up onto that flick to create that really nice cat eye. So I'm kind of stamping my brush right along the side of that tape, so the most depth is right by that tape, right by the flick, and then blending and buffing it inwards. And then the star of the show is this L'Oreal eyeshadow. This is in the colour, I'm not sure, I've lost it. Ah, here it is. Sorry about this. And it doesn't say the colour on right. Don't know what colour that is. But either way, it's a really nice purple. These formula eyeshadows are the best, kind of high street eyeshadows. They're so creamy, they're so pigmented, they're like really luxury eyeshadows. So I'm going to pop that all the way over the lid with a flat brush, all the way from inner corner right out to that tape, so going over the sketch and creating kind of like a little flick just on the outer corner there. You can see I've kind of lifted it up ever so slightly. And then I'm picking up a tiny bit more sketch on my brush and using that to buff out the edges. So the outer corner is slightly darker again, and it's just going to make sure there's no harsh lines into the crease or on the outer corner. And then taking Vanilla by MAC, I'm going to use that kind of like a clean up colour just to pop it under the brow, just to clean up anything that may have gone too high or you thought was looking a bit too choppy. And then because I felt like I buffed away a bit too much of the orange, I just went in and reapplied a bit more orange above the crease. And then taking my mascara, this is the Rimmel Lash Accelerator Endless, just popping that on to prepare for my lashes. And then taking a baby wipe, I'm just going to wipe anything that may have fell under the eyes and clean up around that wing. And as you can see on the outer corner of my eyes, can you see that red line there? I've got it on both eyes, so I think that's from the tape. So me personally probably wouldn't do this method again, but I can see why people like it and they like the effect. And then I'm going to go in my soft ochre paint pot on my nose. I learnt this trick off Nikki Joy. I'll link her video down below. She said for oily skin that makeup always loses off the nose, apply MAC paint pot, and you know, it'll work. So I've been doing that trick for a few days now. I'll link it down below, link her video. And then use my L'Oreal Infallible foundation, and I'm just going to start buffing that all over the skin. And then take my Collection 2000 Lasting Perfection Concealer. This is in the shade Fair. I'm just going to pop that under the eyes for a concealer and a highlighter, buffing it in with my blending brush, with the brush I used to use my foundation. And then once I've applied that concealer, I'm going to set it with the RCMA No Colour Powder. So I'm taking quite a lot of that on the brush. I'm not using it to exactly bake, I'm more using it for when we do the underneath of the eye. I don't want any fallout, so I'm leaving quite a lot of powder under there, just to catch any fallout. If you know, if you watch Makeup by Lena back in the day like I did, this is their old school trick, you know, 5 or 6 years ago. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, just to catch the fallout under the eyes. And then using a little bit of the leftovers just to set the rest of the face. And then under the eye, I'm going to start off with Sketch by MAC, really a bit closer to the lash line. Just buffing that right into the lash line. And then once I've got Sketch nice and close to the lash line, I'm going to go in with the orange shade and start buffing that out and blending that out. Because like I said, I really like oranges and purples together, so I'm going to blend that out and make it look nice and smoky under the eye. And this is the glitter bit. I've taken like a purpley pink glitter to tie in with a look. I'm just going to pop that quite heavily into the inner corner. I'm taking it, you know, onto the lid and a little bit underneath the eye as well, just right in the inner corners. And as you can see here, this is where I'm kind of bringing it underneath the eye and also slightly onto the lid a bit, because I didn't want it just smack bang in that inner corner. I want it to kind of fade in and out. And then I'm just filling in my eyebrows with my Maybelline Colour Tattoo in Creamy Beige. As always, this is what I always use for my eyebrows. And then setting that as always with my L'Oreal brow gel as well. My brow routine never changes, this is always what I do for my brows. So you've probably seen me do it 1,000 times, but that's just what works best for me. And then I'm taking Shroom by MAC, which is just a light shimmery eyeshadow. I'm going to pop that underneath the brow for some highlight. And I'm also taking it kind of round the glitter to surround the glitter. And then I popped on my eyelashes. I'm not 100% which ones they are. I know the Eyelure, but I'm not sure what number they are. And then I'm contouring with my Sleek Contour Kit. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've really gone back to loving this recently. I used it when I first started makeup. This was the first thing I ever bought to contour with, and then obviously I discovered new things and started using new stuff. And recently I've gone back to my contour kit because it is, you know, it is really good for, you know, high street, and it's just sleek, but it is really good. I really like the tone in it, especially when I'm more tanned. So when I'm more fair, I'll use like a greyer tone, but when I'm tanned, I like to use something a little bit warmer but that's not kind of as orange as bronzer. So I think the sleek contour kit's perfect for that. And then I'm taking the same Peaches brush that we put on the eye onto the cheeks. And if you see a little head poking up in the corner just there, that's my daughter. She didn't want to sit on the floor playing anymore, she had to sit on Mum's knee. So yeah, that's whose head keeps poking up. And then taking my Makeup Revolution highlighter. This is in Peach Light, and it's got like a pinky undertone to tie in with the eyes. I was trying to get it on camera but you couldn't really see it. So just popping that along the cheekbones. I also like it on the apples on my cheeks, just for when I smile. I like it personally. I know quite a lot of people are not keen on it in the apples of the cheeks. And then I take it down the nose, Cupid's bow chin, and also I've kind of run it in that inner corner again, just to surround that glitter again. And then taking my sleek lipstick in Barely There, and then I popped that on. I decided it was a bit too peachy for me. I wanted to kind of nude it down. So first I went in with my NARS Turkish Delight gloss, but again that was still made it too peachy. So then I went in with Buttercream by Gerard Cosmetics, and that was perfect. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye.